Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's that time again and we're going to be talking about some things that I am currently loving. So I've just filmed my Odens Eye and Angelica Halloween palettes, so if you do want to see this look and a look with the Trick or Treat palette as well, then I will leave that in the description box. I will also list everything I'm already wearing on my face today in there as well. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. I've got a lot of TikTok brands today, or brands that are really popular and hyped up at the moment, so I'm just gonna jump in. First off, I have a primer I've really been enjoying. This is the Pie, the Impossible Glow, Hyaluronic Acid and Sea Kelp Highlighting Extract. This one is the shade Rose Gold. If you're into glowy skin, this is beautiful. It's like the iconic London illuminating drops, or all those kind of products, but it does also have the hyaluronic acid and the sea kelp in for lots of hydration. So not only does it make your skin look really glowy and beautiful, but it also preps it really nicely for makeup. It leaves my skin really hydrated, and it's something I've used a lot recently. Now you've probably seen a couple of weeks ago I did a comparison of the Be Perfect Chroma Cover foundations, so the illuminating versus the matte. You'll know from that my favourite is the illuminating, but I have been wearing this so much I did have to mention it in this favourites as well. This is beautiful, it's glowy, it's high coverage, it sits so nicely on the skin, it doesn't sink into anything, it doesn't end up looking gross by the end of the day. This is a really beautiful foundation if you have dry skin, and it's really quite affordable as well, like £20, and it's a lot more kind of luxurious feeling than some of the foundations you can pick up from the drugstore at this point, let's face it, £14–15 these days. So I definitely recommend giving this one a go. The packaging is beautiful as well, even if it is always covered in fingerprints and every time a sponge touches it, it looks gross. But yeah, this is amazing and one I'd really recommend. Something I've been using a lot lately is the Stay Naked Quickie Concealer from Urban Decay. Back in the day, way back in the day, I loved the Naked Concealer from Urban Decay. Just like everybody else did, I've been through about 4 tubes of it. And I feel like this is just a giant version of it. Now I'm talking about it, part of me thinks that I did actually mention it in my, what was it, April to July favourites maybe. So I might have already mentioned this one, but I really do love it. It's a great quality concealer. Don't love this little brush on the end. I've literally never put that on my face. But it's a great concealer. Comes in a absolutely huge tube. It's 16.4ml. So you're not going to run out of this quickly, which is good because, like I said, I've been through 4 of those Naked concealers. But I really love that one, and I would really recommend it. I've got quite a lot of cheek products, which to be fair, it's me, so where's the surprise there? But I will get a kind of boring one out the way first. This isn't a cheek product, this is a brow product. It's the Fluff Up Brow Wax from Benefit. This is basically a clear brow gel with some fibres in it. I just think it does a really great job. If you're not into the kind of, where is it? Yeah. The kind of bare brows, really sticky gel you've got to apply with a spoolie. If you don't like the feel of that on your brows, but you do like the way it looks, it's worth giving this one a go. It's not quite as sort of laminating, but it gives that kind of effect, and it's a lot more comfortable to wear. So I definitely really love this one. I've actually pretty much stopped filling my brows in, which is crazy. Every now and again I put a little bit of pencil in like I have today, but not very often these days. It's normally just this. Right, now moving on to the more fun cheek products. I had to mention this one, Pink Honey and Cariad. This is the Hot Pink collection. I've got a video with this, so I'll leave that in the description as well. But you've got the powder and the blush, and then we've got the Angel Cake Corrector and the Pink Popsicle Paint, which is a cream blush. I love this. I love a pink under eye. I'm completely obsessed at the moment, which seems mad. I've got a lot of pink things to talk about today when I'm wearing really cool tone eyeshadow, But, you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbled. But I love this collection. It looks beautiful. It's so smoothing. I do want to try the shade Down, which I think is Bubblegum, for like a more subtle kind of everyday pink under eye, because this is very, very bright and intense on my pale skin. But I have seen like people with much, much darker skin tones use this shade, and it looks amazing on them too. Next up, the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Bronze. This is in the shade Sunkissed. I love this. It might look like it's a little bit light. It's like a kind of serumy, sheeny, gorgeous bronzer. And it might look like it's a little bit light, but I absolutely love wearing this when I'm not wearing any foundation. So it looks beautiful on top of foundation as well, just to kind of give you that summery glow. But when I'm not wearing foundation, this, a bit of mascara and some lashes, just makes me look so pulled together. I just blend it in with a big fluffy brush and I'm good to go. It looks really radiant, makes the skin look really healthy, and I absolutely love the packaging of these Glow Milk bronzers and the blushes from Beauty Crop. They're just so cute. But yeah, Beauty Crop did actually send me this one to review on their website, but I am genuinely really, really in love with it. So there's that one, because who doesn't have 15 favourite bronzers every 3 months? This is the Contour Cake by Pink Honey. Not necessarily a bronzer, a contour. I'm actually wearing this one today. I found as the kind of summer's come to a close and we've gone into September and I'm a lot less tanned, I'm absolutely loving this. This is the shade Shortbread Sugar, which I think might be one of the lighter ones actually, which compared to the bronzer range isn't great, but I find this shade works really well for me. It's exactly the same formula as the bronzer, easy to use, sets really well, doesn't move about. It's a really great one. And then I did also want to mention the P. Louise Cheek of It in Hazelnut Heart. Now this one is quite dark, but I really like a dark bronzer. I don't tend to buy light bronzers like I should. I'm going to use inverted commas there because don't tell me what to do with my makeup. So I should buy light bronzers, but I tend to be a medium kind of girl. So this Hazelnut Heart looks really great on me for how I like my bronzer. It's not too warm, still got a bit of that cool tone in it. And what I tend to do is like 2 little dots, and that'll go all the way up onto my temples. I'll do 1 dot on my chin, which will do my whole kind of jawline. I just think it's really great. As you already know, probably if you watch, I hate the packaging of these Cheek of It's, but I love the product, so I'll let it off. 2 more cheek things. Ridiculous. This is Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in Coral. Now, everybody adores the pink one. I don't see anybody talk about Coral, but I absolutely love this one. It is a beautiful pinky peach. It just makes the skin look so healthy. I'm actually wearing it today because it's the perfect blush to pair with like really out there kind of deep and dark makeup looks. I love this one. It's so underrated because the pink gets all the hype. I do still want to try the pink, but I really, really recommend the Coral as well. And then the last cheek product I've got, which I can never get open. Oh, I really struggle to get these open and I do not know why. Is the Bonnie Dolly Cosmetics highlighter. This is the shade Pearl. Everybody, I use this in my, does this come in pink palette review, I think? Everybody went wild for it. Everybody was like, what is that highlighter? It is really intense. If you aren't into an intense highlight, you're not going to like this. But boy, do I love this. I also have the shade, this one is Pearl. I also have the next one, which I think is Champagne, which looks absolutely stunning on the skin as well. These are from an amazing small business. The girl that runs Bonnie Dolly is just an absolute gem. They're like £12. They come in this little cute heart compact. Absolutely love them. Right, couple of eye bits and then we're done. I haven't really been using a whole lot of lip products this month. And anything that I have been using, it's just been like my usual rotation. So I did want to pull out the Glisten Spectral Lash mascaras and mention these. I've got Bubblegum, which is a collab with Alexa Jenner, which also came with a liner palette. But I absolutely love this bubblegum colour. We've then got Periwinkle green, which is like a really deep forest green, and orange. I've been loving using these on the lash line on the lower lash line, sorry, to give it just a little bit of a pop of colour. I think they're really great, especially when you're wearing lashes, because it just gives a little bit of some like different dimension to the bottom lashes. They also make my eyelashes look fabulous. I hope at some point they come out with this formula in like a waterproof version so I can wear it on my my upper lashes. But yeah, these are great. If you are wanting to try coloured mascaras, or you're already into coloured mascaras, give these a go. For me, because I'm not a neutral eyeshadow person, but sometimes when I wake up for work, I cannot be asked. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise in Pillow Talk. This is just a perfect kind of all over the lid, one swipe, don't even have to worry about it, don't really need to put a primer underneath it. I just whack it on, it kind of sort of falls into what's almost like a subtle smoky eye itself. It's just a really great everyday kind of chuck on product. There's not really much to say about it, it's nothing exciting, but it just makes my life a little bit easier, and anything that makes my life easier is a win. Last but not least, I've got 2 palettes to mention for you. I feel like if you know me, you probably knew this was coming. P. Louise, does this come in pink? Obsessed. Completely obsessed. This is everything I would ever want in a pink palette. You've got everything from like a really light bubblegum to a really deep like brownie pink. It's just gorgeous. The shimmers are beautiful. The packaging is so much better. Me and the lovely Wilma from Wilma Figure were talking about this the other day. This is what we want from our P. Louise palettes. I don't want a book. I don't want something that takes up 3/4 of a shelf. I want something that's thin and compact, and it's got all the pretty shades I want, and it's got a big mirror, and that's all I want. So very, very impressed with this one. As I said before, I will leave the video where I use this on camera in the description box because I love it. And then I wanted to mention the Unearthly Cosmetics Strawberry Milkshake palette. This, again, pink, but it's also green. And again, if you know me, you know I love a pink and green moment. And this one is just so gorgeous. These mattes are so intense and pigmented. The shimmers are beautiful. I actually picked this up from Beauty by Tammy because I was a little bit concerned regarding the shipping from Unearthly, and Beauty by Tammy's like an English seller who sells like Colourpop and sometimes Unearthly, sometimes Glam Light, things like that. So I thought I'd pick up from her because I bought from her before and I know kind of I'm going to definitely get my products. But now I am definitely more intrigued and might make a purchase at some point, maybe. I'm slightly less scared than I was before. But I love this palette. I think it's beautiful and I think it's going to carry me really well into winter. So that's it for my 3 monthly favourites. I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post. You've been fabulous, I've been Called the Ball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!